Hi everybody, I'm Coach Ali, this is Steph. Welcome to the second week of Limitless, the home dumbbell workout series that'll transform your body like no other workout on YouTube. On this channel, we're always trying to make it easier for you to follow along and train with us by simply using your dumbbells at home. This week, let's continue our Limitless dumbbell workout series with the following workouts. An upper body dumbbell workout on Tuesday at 10 p.m, a legs day dumbbell workout on Thursday at 10 p.m, and a full body comprehensive dumbbell workout on Saturday also at 10 p.m.
We're committed to taking the guesswork out of your training. You simply go from this video to the next upload and always train in sequential order. Try not to miss workouts along the way. Do every workout that we upload as part of the Limitless series. This will ensure that you work out every body part effectively in the correct order. This week's home dumbbell workout method involves 30 seconds of isolateral exercise on one side, followed by 30 seconds of isolateral exercise on the opposite side. Then we rest for 30 seconds and repeat the superset one time.
As you already know, we're all about giving you focused training that really works when it comes to transforming your body into a capable and very aesthetic physique. For those of you training with us for the first time, welcome to the channel. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my experience with you today.
Coach Ali is a master fitness trainer and former IFBB Mr. Australia with over 25 years of experience transforming thousands of bodies at the gym, including mine, so I'm sure you'll pick up lots of useful tips along the way today. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss the next upload in this Limitless series. Your subscription will also help us create new workouts for you and keep this series moving forward.
Before we get started, guys, I just want to quickly mention that we have another channel member Q&A segment coming up. If you're a channel member and you have questions about fitness, nutrition, or any injuries that you might be carrying that you want to discuss, then hit me up with your question and I'll address it during our members Q&A segment. If you're interested in becoming an exclusive channel member and taking advantage of the extra services available, then be sure to hit the blue join icon and let us take your transformation to the next level.
That's enough talking from us. Let's get into this week's Limitless home dumbbell workout series, covering an upper body workout, a legs day workout, and a complete full body dumbbell workout.
Alright guys, let's get our bodies warmed up and continue our Limitless series dumbbell workout at home with some close grip thrusters. So you can see that we're working our way into a squat with our feet parallel and our shins nice and parallel as well. And then when we work our way up, it's a close grip shoulder press. So the dumbbells are pressing together and our elbows are tucked in by our side. All right, let's continue our home dumbbell workout warm up with some good mornings. Now, you can see that we're using two dumbbells. They're two very light dumbbells, in fact, and they're just pressed up against our chest and we're focused on hinging, keeping a nice neutral spine during the motion. We want those knees slightly bent in order to keep the hamstring nice and comfortable and to keep the pressure off our lumbar spine. Final warm up for our home dumbbell workout, guys. This time we're going to attack the lower body. So let's do some squats with some calves raises. Now your weights are still relatively light, still warming up, guys. Make sure you go nice and deep in those squats. You can see our toes are pointing forward, our shins are nice and parallel. And then when we get to the top of the squat, we're adding some calves raises in there. Try to control your upper body. We don't want to be leaning forward too much. So single-sided dumbbell thrusters work for your upper body day. They also work for your legs day because it's a little bit of a combination of both. So you can see that we're squatting with our legs at shoulder width or even marginally wider if you like. The feet are parallel, and then when we come up, we're hitting those shoulder presses just on one side. So we want to do a full set on one side. And then the next set, we're not going to stop. We're going to keep those squats going. And it's a matter of just switching your arms as far as the shoulder press is concerned. Now, you may have a tendency to lean forward as you drop down on these, but I want you guys to try to manage that and try to keep that upper body as vertical as you can keep it. Starting with some Romanian deadlifts. Now you can see we're starting with our hands neutral by our side, and then we're hinging over, and then the dumbbell comes in front of our shins, making sure that our spine's remaining nice and neutral, and then we're squeezing with our glutes and lifting back up. Now for the isometric component, we're going to go into the low position of the Romanian deadlift, and we're going to hold it there. Now the trick here is to make sure there's no slouching in your back, so you've got to try and keep that neutral by pushing out your tailbone a little bit, and then make sure that your knees are marginally bent and you've got good support using your thighs. suitcase squats. Now, this is an excellent way of doing your squats and training your stabilizers at the same time, because you can see you're weighted only on one side. So that's essentially the side that's doing most of the work, and your other side is there particularly for balance more than anything else. You can see we're swinging forward with our hands as we drop down. That's going to assist you with keeping your upper body as upright as you can, and it's going to give you the right type of momentum for your exercise. Now you can see our feet are at shoulder width and that our shins are nice and parallel throughout this exercise. Make sure you do the same. Twisted Romanian deadlift. Now guys, this is a fantastic exercise to work your erectors, your lower back, as well as your glutes on one side. So you can see the side that you're twisting away from is getting most of the action. So we'll do a full set dropping to the right shin and then making sure we've got ample control over it. And then we'll do another set on the left side before going into our rest. Focus on that nice stretch in the hamstrings, guys, and then make sure you push forward and use your glutes on your way up. This is a fantastic lower posterior chain exercise, so let's make good of it. Alright, this one's gonna start off easy. It's basically some dumbbell goblet squats. You can see our feet are parallel, shins are at shoulder width or even marginally wider if you like. And then we're dropping down and trying to maintain our vertical upper body. There is no inside and outside swing of the knees, guys. We're going to keep control of that. The second part is the difficult part. We're going to go into the low position of those goblet squats and we're going to start to hit some pulses for 30 seconds. Those thighs are going to burn. Enjoy it, guys. Dumbbell hips thruster is a fantastic exercise for your hamstrings, your glutes, and your erectors. Now you can use a nice heavy weight for this one, you guys. And I'll tell you this, if you're not using a bench today, you could do it as a glutes bridge off the floor instead. The key is to elevate as high as you can so that you've got a straight line from your knee all the way to your shoulder at the top of the exercise. For the isometric component, we're just going to go to the top of the exercise and we're going to hold it there for the duration of the 30 seconds. Make sure your shins are at shoulder width and they remain parallel throughout your exercise. We don't want your knees swinging in and out. dumbbell side squats. Now, I think I'm giving you guys the easy option today because there is no isometric component. We're simply doing the side squat on one side, just trying to get in nice and deep while you're keeping the weight in the middle. And then for the second set, it's a simple matter of switching and doing your side squat on the opposite side. Again, looking for the depth and looking to keep your upper body as upright as you can keep it, and the weight of the dumbbell remains between your legs the whole time. If you find that you're tipping over to the side, it's because your stance is not wide enough, so increase the width a little bit. Starting this exercise with some dumbbell sumo squats. So you can see the legs are nice and wide, the feet are pointing out at 45 degrees. And then when we're in that low position, our shins are nice and parallel. If they're not parallel, usually it's because your stance isn't wide enough. So make sure you're relatively wide for this one. And then for the second part, we're going to drop down and hit those pulses. Now these pulses are going to get into your quads, but they're really going to get into your outer glutes as well. Just try and withstand the heat for the 30 seconds of those pulses until you get your rest. single leg seated calves raise for this dumbbell exercise, guys. You can see we've got one of the dumbbells underneath our foot. Now, if you prefer to use a platform, you can, and then if you have nothing available, you can just do it off the floor. It's not a problem at all. Make sure you've got the weight of your heavy dumbbell on top of one of your knees, because this is going to create the resistance you need to make good of this exercise. And then make sure that you're going all the way down to the bottom, getting that big stretch, and then lifting all the way. This will give you nice shape and definition in your calves. Dumbbell split squats for this exercise. Now guys, you can see off the bat that we have a fairly lengthy stance, so you want that front shin bone to remain vertical the whole time. We want to try and minimize any back and forth swing with it. Now, when we get to the top of the exercise, it's the back leg that's straightening out, not the front leg. Leave the front leg where it will be naturally and just focus on squeezing with your glutes and getting that back leg nice and straight. So the action should be in your quadriceps on the front leg and in your glutes in the back leg. single leg crucifix. Now guys, I'm going to caution you up front and say if you've got trouble with your knees, then do this exercise with both of your feet planted on the floor as opposed to one leg at a time. If your knees are good to go with this one, guys, let's try it with a single leg. It's basically the same amount of weight with half the muscle power because you're only using one leg. What I want you guys to do is really squeeze with your hamstrings and squeeze with your glutes and get your hips as high as you can before returning back to the floor. A good way of elevating your hips is to make sure you drop your head back as you lift, because that's going to encourage you to push your hips as high as it needs to go. A fantastic thigh burner for this one, guys. We're going to work some sumo calves raises. So you can see we're getting into that low sumo squat position, and then it's a matter of doing calves raises on one side for an entire set. Now what you want to watch for in this one is as your heel lifts off the ground, we don't want any height adjustment. We want you to remain the same height. So you've got to try and control that by activating your quadriceps and your glutes. It's a little bit deceptive because you think the big action is in your calves, but it's not. It's your thighs doing 90% of the work. dumbbell weighted fire hydrant. Now guys, you can see we're doing this from a different position to what we did last week. So we're having adjacent bench support rather than parallel bench support for this one. I personally favor this method of doing it because I think you can get more range out of your exercise. But the main thing is to make sure that your shoulders remain nice and flat and there's no swinging of the upper body. Open those knees up as much as you can, holding onto that dumbbell, and then just bring it down into that relaxed position. Let's try a set with the left and a set with the right as well. Dumbbell donkey kicks for this exercise, guys. You can see our hands are supported on the bench, and then we're just making sure that we're keeping a nice neutral spine and then kicking up those donkey kicks as high as you can. Now you've got to keep a flexed heel and you've got to try to keep your heel close to your butt so that you don't lose that dumbbell on the way up. It should be a really good contraction in the hamstrings and in the glutes as well. A good way of thinking about it is try to put your shoe print on the ceiling, and this should keep your foot in the right place. Your turn to have a go.
Well done for finishing today's dumbbell workout at home and progressing through the Limitless series. If you enjoyed the workout, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and hit that alert button so you don't miss out on the next workout that you must do in this series.
Very important, you guys. If your goal is to burn extra body fat and get lean as part of this series, make sure that you continue to the Secret to Burning Body Fat video right now. You'll see a link of it at the end of this video. Now, it's very important that you get into it while your body is primed for burning body fat, which is right now after your strength training.
If you're finished working out for today, we recommend moving on to our post-workout stretching and cool-down video with our in-house physio, Daphne. There is a link of her stretching playlist at the end of this video too.
As always, guys, thank you for training with us. We look forward to bringing you another home dumbbell workout shortly and taking your body transformation to the next level. Take care of yourselves and each other.